it's BT with the BT Aragon GP review. Let's get it on. I know. It's been, 2 days since, but hey, I was busy. Let's get right to it. Listen, my dad was a kid. He was walking to the movies or whatever, and he was with some other kids. One of the kids decides to get a brick and throw it through a window. Exactly. Right? So then they get arrested, right? My dad was like, I didn't do nothing. And they're like, whatever, tell it to the judge. So he had to go to jail. I say that to say this. Marquez did nothing wrong. It was a racing incident, but people always look on social media, which is the biggest mistake, and people are still blaming. Yeah, he's around the trouble, but he didn't do anything wrong. And it's great to have Marquez back, but let's get off Marquez's back. I'm going to start it different. I'm not even going to go through Moto 3 or Moto 2. I'm going to start with Motogp because that is the elephant in the room, is the Marquez coming back. So we might as well address it. Let me tell you something. I don't care. Marquez is like ketchup. He always makes everything better. I mean, don't get me wrong. GP was doing great this year. Fabio and Pecco were doing a great job with Bastianini. But then Marquez comes in. It's like, it's like having a good hamburger. Well, for me, I'm vegan or vegetarian. So it's like having a good veggie burger. And you put ketchup on it and you go, it just makes it that much better. It's mushrooms and ketchup, but that's what Marquez does. He makes it that much better. It was all eyes on him. So in a way, I guess Pecco and Fabio do their own thing. And let me tell you something. I know the crash was scary, but no, and everybody's talking about, hey, Marquez, maybe he's rusty. Let me tell you something. Marquez and Bender, it was like they were playing, like, when you play tag, hey, I race you to the pole, and you just race, and just you and your buddy, you're racing, and you forget everybody else was involved too, like the rest of your team or rest of your buddies, and you two are the only two racing toward the pole. That's what it seemed like. It's like Marquez and Bender were on a whole different plane on the start. They got a terrific start. Things happen. And here's what I'm going to say. You remember remember Assen and Silverstone back in 2019, the Silverstone where Alex Rins beat Marquez. If you remember the very first lap, going to the first turn, Rins got loose. It scared Fabio. He grabbed the front brake. He crashed and he collected Dovi, and Dovi crashed and he was knocked out subsequently. Okay. And then in Assen, I think it was 2018 maybe, when Rossi ran in the back of Lorenzo. Lorenzo missed the gear, remember? And he hit Lorenzo and bam. Or did he hit him? Anyway, he hit him right square in the back. So, luckily that it didn't happen like that with Marquez and Fabio. So that wasn't Marquez's fault. I mean, the bike got away from him a little bit and Fabio ran into the back of him. I don't blame Fabio either. By the way, Fabio, hey, listen. We know you're sexy. You look great. I don't know what it is about you not having an undersuit, whatever. You paid the price on that one. But now, and I don't, that was ugly. And he looked like he had vertigo. The same thing Michael Jackson had. He looked like a whiter Michael Jackson. Yeah, he like a not as white Michael Jackson, but he had all the little spots on him from sliding on the pavement. That was an ugly crash. But Fabio, listen, we know you're sexy, baby. You are, but please put an undersuit on, and that little shield thing you guys have, that little thing, the little chest protector. Please put that on. I don't want that happening again. What is it about Fabio? And remember, he was riding. I never seen it before, where the suit came open. I think it was it was either in Barcelona or Magellan. Remember, the suit came open and he was riding basically like with his chest out. He's basically the Ronaldo of Motogp. We know you're sexy, but please, come on, man. I don't want anything to happen to you. Skin up that beautiful body of yours. That sounded odd. That sounded weird, huh? That sounded creepy. But you know what I mean. So, Fabio, please do that, baby. We love you. So I don't want you to get all scarred up. But that's basically what happened, man. And I mean, that was an accident. Marquez got loose, and Fabio ran into the back. I'm not blaming anybody. I don't care what to say about rear-end crashes. That's on the street. When it comes to motorcycle racing, there's no brake lights in the back. I mean, on a good day, instead of, a rainy day, on rain races, you know what I'm trying to say. But on a straight, just regular day, Marquez got loose. Fabio has to override the bike, so he ran up in the back of Marquez. It happens. Taka, and that was more than Marquez's fault. Marquez's bike wasn't working, and he had to get to the side, and then Taka hit him. He slowed down dramatically because the bike was broke. So let's stop blaming Marquez. Marquez did his damn thing. It happened. Let's move on from it. Like I said, I don't think he was rusty at all. I think Marquez came to play. He got a great start. I had him being maybe sixth. Was it sixth, fifth, or sixth? And he was looking good. I don't know about the whole race. But man, let me tell you, and that's going into these next rounds is going to be so great. They're going to tracks they didn't go to because of the pandemic. You got now a supposedly healthy Marquez taking points away. Who's he going to take points away? And let me tell you something. Alacia Spargo did what he had to do. He should have been fighting for the win. And there's no excuse. He was in front of the Marquez melee. So he did what he had to do. He basically did Bender go, hey, listen, I got to get this title. I don't know what it is, but Alacia's going to have to get that dog out in him. He's going to have to get his elbows out, and he's got to do what he's got to do. And it sounds bad, but Alacia, I think this is his best year, and maybe, I don't want to say his only year, to win the title. I think he's 32, 33. I think he's the oldest man in GP. He's been around a while. He's finally on a really good bike. This is his best chance ever. I just think next year, the way the talent's coming, and I just think this is his best year ever. And Lacey's got to bring that dog out. He's got to win. He's got to win one of these last races. He's definitely got a podium for the rest of the season. I don't know who's gonna win in Motogp. I can't wait, man. It's like waiting for like Thanksgiving dinner, and that aunt is coming over that makes a good ass macaroni and cheese, and your grandma's coming over. You know she's gonna make a good turkey, and she's gonna season it. You're like, ooh, I can't wait. That's what this is. Alacia did what he had to do with Bender. Great start by Bender. To win out the title, Anaya Bastianini, Celestino Vietti, and then his father figure Fazio, they're going to have to run the table and get some help. And when it comes to the title for MotoGP, Fabio is a one-man wrecking machine, because he's got no help. He's got no help. No offense to Frankie. I love Frankie. Crutchlow's back. I love Crutchlow. But let's be honest. It is Fabio versus the 8 Ducks. And if it comes down to it, do you really think Ducati's not going to give team orders to like, hey, if it comes down to Valencia and Anaya Bastianini is out of the title hunt, do you really think they're going to let the rest of the guys just race? They're going to hold back Fabio. There are 8 Ducatis. 8 Ducatis on the grid. Come on, man. It's Fabio versus the rest of the Ducatis, and he's doing a damn good job. So props to Fabio, overriding the bike. And the famous quote from Kenny Roberts, they don't pay me enough to ride this thing. And that's what it is with Fabio. He has to override the bike. And even doing that, not having the horses to giddy up, Fabio's doing a damn good job. The Beast and Pecco, let me tell you something, man. This season, I think, is one of the best seasons in MotoGP. It kind of reminds you of Marquez and Dovi, the way Bastianini and Pecco. But what Pecco's doing right now is incredible. This is one of the best runs ever, and it's going underneath the table. Pecco I think he's the leader of the mob and the other Ducati mob, because he's quiet, and Bastianini's kind of like that right hand man. But you know, for the mobster, like he's the Sammy the Bull Gravano, like he wants to, come up in the crime family, but he wants to have his own leader of the crew. So it's like he's like, come on, boss, let me do this, let me run that. But he wants to be a crime boss too. And that's what it's like. Bastianini, the Beast is making this interesting. There's nobody manages a late race like the Beast manages tires like a housewife in the 50s used to manage a checkbook. Like, honey, we can't afford that. We can afford groceries for the kids, but we can't afford that. I know. I manage a checkbook. And that's what Bastianini's doing. I know that was weird, right? That was a good shot, but it's weird. But anyway, Bastianini's making this interesting. If he's out of the running, you watch. If it comes down to it, team orders, 8 Ducatis, I feel bad for Fabio, but Fabio is doing the damn thing. Let's get right to it. Rider of the race, Moto3, got to give to Adrian Fernandez. The little kid did his damn thing. Props to him. Heartbreak goes to Dennis' father figure, Fazio. Damn, Dennis. You started on, the second row, and you finished 15th, and you barely finished 15th? What the fuck is going on, man? I mean, was he like, how do I look? Oh, shit, I'm behind. I don't know what happened, but him and Sergio, I feel so bad for those guys. They're letting the title slip away. Ivan Guevara is on another planet right now. I got him winning the title right now, but you never know. We got, 5 more races to go? You never know. It's racing. Moto 2, ride of the race goes Lorenzo Della Porta. He went from 20th to 12th, and he's not even going to be in Moto 2 next year. So props to him. He could have just easy chucked it, been a head case, like, but he still got it together. Good for him. Heartbreak goes to Alonso Lopez. Man, I felt so bad for the kid. He could have went for 2 races in a row to win, but instead he crashed out. Props to him. Rider of the race, MotoGP goes to Alex Rins. Alex Rins went from almost dead last. He went from 17th to 9th. Damn. In MotoGP, where they supposedly can't pass, props to Alex Rins. He rode a great race, but unfortunately the Taka Nakagami and Marquez melee delayed him. So But Alex Rins is the rider of the race, in my opinion. Great ride by him. Heartbreak obviously goes to Fabio. Like I said, Fabio, come on, baby. Put an undersuit on and the chest protector. I don't want you scarring up that pretty body of yours. He's like I said, he's like the MotoGP's Ronaldo. Like, I know I'm beautiful, but please, I have to get an undersuit. I do not want to scar my body. I do not want to scar my body. So please, Fabio, put undersuit on. And Taka to say, well, Taka can't really say anything. He skinned his butt up. He skinned his booty up. So no offense, we ain't looking at Taka that way. But anyway, like I said, you got her run the table. Foggia, Vietti, and Bastianini have to run the table to win the title. They could get help. And anything can happen in a race, but we'll see. Moto 2, let me tell you something, man. Agura is only 7 points behind, but you couldn't tell by the guy's face. I don't. Agura would be great to have in Vegas, or if you get pulled over by the cops, because he's got that stone face. Like, hey, you guys got anything in the trunk? No, we don't, officer. We're fine. Okay, go ahead. Not knowing you got like 3 bodies stashed there, and he did it all. That's what Agura's like. He's frustrated because he looked like he didn't want to win the title, but great ride by him. He did what they had to do. I think he got 4th. Great ride by Agura. The title's getting great. MVP goes to the Angeles MTA Project, an all-female team in Moto 3, headed by Maria Herrera. Great to those ladies. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I mean, for some people, maybe it's a big deal, but for me, it shouldn't be a big deal. But props to those ladies. It was great seeing an all-female team, from the mechanics all the way down to the team manager. God, that was great to see. It really was, man. Honestly, I love that. Hopefully one day we'll have a Nigerian GP and we'll see an all-black team. Anyway. That's half joking and half true. But anyway, thank you guys for being patient with me. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Let's get to the Motogp. Tell me what you think of the review. Appreciate that. Until then, I'll see you guys. You know the word. Peace.